Today I'm gonna let ChatGPT plan my whole workday the most productive way possible. Will it work out? Let's find out. So I work from home, I offer digital marketing and social media management services, and I have 2 client calls today. So first thing, I'm gonna write to ChatGPT when my calls are, when I wanna do a lunch break, and see if it can, based on that information, schedule my today's workday. Right now it's 10:20 a.m. So I'm gonna say, please give me a productive agenda for today, starting at 10:30 a.m. until 8 p.m. I have 2 client calls. One is at 4 p.m. and the other is at 6 p.m. Both last for an hour. So I had my breakfast at 8:30, and usually I can be without a proper meal for 4 hours maximum. I want to have a lunch break at 12:30 p.m. until 1:30. I'm thinking if I should give it some hints on what topics I need to work on, but let's try it out. Let's try this prompt right now and see what it gives me. So for the first 30 minutes, it wants me to plan and prep for the day, review my schedule for the day, organize tasks and prioritize them, and respond to urgent emails. From 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., it wants me to work on important tasks, so tackle the most critical and challenging tasks during this time and focus on high priority projects or pending assignments. And then at 12:30 p.m. until 1:30 p.m., I'm gonna have my lunch break. Since the ChatGPT doesn't know the tasks I need to work on today, it first wants me to prioritize the tasks. So that's what I need to do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write a clear to-do list with all the tasks that I have to be done. I'm gonna prioritize them and then also respond to urgent emails for the first half hour as it wanted me to. For the last couple of weeks, I have written down my to-do list every Monday, and I have added any upcoming tasks throughout the week. And it's Monday, I'm gonna conduct a new to-do list. So I have a really clear overview of all the tasks I need to do and finish. Okay, so I have my to-do list here, and now I'm gonna prioritize the tasks, and I'm gonna do it color-coded. So this is a good example on why you always need to have this flexibility in your schedules for any unforeseen changes, because for example, one of the client calls that I was supposed to have today got postponed, and I also ran out of space on my memory card, so I needed to export the files, which also took over half an hour, which the ChatGPT didn't know to plan, myself neither. So in the meantime, while the files were loading, I started drafting today's social media post for my client, and for some example I couldn't use the audio that I wanted, so I needed to make some changes, which also made the task longer than I expected, and it's currently exactly 12 p.m. So according to the ChatGPT, I have 30 minutes to work on important tasks, but I'm gonna write it that my 4 p.m. call got postponed, and please remake my today's agenda. So,
update on the agenda. My 4 p.m. client call got cancelled. Please reschedule my day.
So the first agenda it generated me ended at 8 p.m. With wrapping up, but now my new schedule ends at 6 p.m. because what I can see, it also reserved an hour before each client call for preparation. And since I don't have the 1 hour call, I don't need the 1 hour preparation time, so it actually shortens my schedule by 2 hours. But it doesn't change the pre-lunch tasks, so still I need to work on important tasks. In 30 minutes I should have my lunch break, but I don't feel actually that hungry yet, so I'm gonna write it that please postpone my lunch break by an hour.
Please also postpone my lunch break by an hour. Okay. Oh.
I don't think it got what I meant, because now there is no lunch break at all in my agenda.
Yeah, no. I just want to leave this.
Oh, okay, now I got it. So work on important tasks still lasts until 12:30 p.m. But after that I'm gonna have an hour for administrative work. So let's first post a Facebook post, then see what other important tasks I need to work on, and then go to admin tasks. It is currently 1:20 p.m. I have 10 minutes to finish my administrative work, and then I have scheduled lunch break from 1:30 to 2:30. Regarding the high priority tasks, I had in total 8 high priority tasks, of which I managed to finish 6, which is quite good because I had some unexpected delays in my schedule. So after the lunch break, it says that I should use an hour to prepare for a client call, and even though the 4 p.m. call is cancelled, use this time to organize and prepare for other upcoming meetings or tasks, which is quite wise. And when I said previously that it probably cancelled the preparation time and call time, then it seems it did eventually keep the hour for the preparation. So I can actually use this time to also finish my high priority tasks. It's definitely challenging to work on a schedule when you're working from home, you're working by yourself, and actually you don't have any time-specific tasks or requirements. For example, the call that I was supposed to have in 30 minutes got postponed. So I feel like even though I have this clear schedule in front of me, it's still challenging to follow it because I can get distracted, I guess. But now it's 3:30 p.m. and what it says me I need to do. So from 3:30 until 4:30, it's labeled as task flexibility, which means utilize this hour to address any pending or unforeseen tasks. It's an opportunity to catch up on work that needs attention. So in my case, I'm gonna use it to focus on the high priority tasks that I didn't get to finish earlier. And last thing in the agenda is from 5 p.m. until 6 p.m. It's for continued work or personal development. And it means to use this hour to either continue working on important tasks or invest in personal development, consider reading, learning, or planning for future projects. So that sounds good. And now I'm gonna, for the next hour, work on the high priority tasks and see if I have any other work to catch up on. For example, for one of my clients, I need to reach out for a couple of potential spokespeople and influencers. So I need to brief them on the product, the brand, and what we want from them. So meaning of the partnership. I also need to forward some design samples. For another client, I need to create and publish a couple of meta carousel ads. And I also need to get a couple of price offers for equipment that we're gonna use in an event in mid-December. So this is what I'm gonna work on right now. And as you can see, it's getting quite dark already, but it's only 3:30 and it's only November, so it's gonna get even darker even faster in the upcoming weeks. I'm gonna wear these blue light glasses from this brand. It's one of those brands whose name is quite tricky to pronounce. I don't know if it does anything, and I haven't worn them, I guess, like almost in a year. I just found them on my shelf and decided to start using them again because it's getting darker, we have less natural light, and naturally eyes are gonna get tired more easily. So if it helps my eyes even a little bit, then I don't mind wearing them. I don't know, do you feel the same, but listening music from the headphones compared to from the laptop helps me focus better, even though I'm home alone and I could easily blast the music from the speakers. I just feel like it gets me better in the zone and focused if I have the headphones on, so it's time to get focused. Now 5 p.m. and for the last hour is scheduled for continued work or personal development. But before entering the final hour of the workday, I want to wrap up this experience. Based on the first and very basic overall experience, I can see AI scheduling our agendas. Personally, next time I would set up alarms on my phone, so every time I come to an end of a slot I would be alarmed, and then I wouldn't run nowhere with one of the tasks and forget about the other, because that's what started to happen. As said earlier, I didn't have any time specific tasks today. I only have one call in the evening, so I was flexible enough to make my own timetable, if you know what I mean. But overall, I think it helps if you have any kind of timetable in front of you, and ideally those tasks I put in my to-do list I will also have in a calendar, because on the to-do list I can see like I have 8 tasks that I need to do today, and I can think that there's no problem finishing all the tasks. But if I start putting them in my calendar, I can see that if each task takes, for example, 2 hours, I'm clearly like out of time. So it also helps to put the task in perspective regarding time and how much time you have in a day. I also know that there are other productivity methods and scheduling hacks online, so I might look into the other options as well and try out something else next time. But right now I'm gonna start my final work hour today, and regarding ChatGPT I might end up working later too, but whatever solution you find yourself to be more productive and meet the goals and expectations, then so I guess every option is good as long as they satisfy your expectations. Okay, till next video, bye!